We're going to go with a current news conference happening right now. Toronto FC President Bill Manning speaking after they fired their manager, Bob Bradley. Let's listen in.
Here where we are with the record with the first team. And I apologize to our fans that we are in this moment making a coaching change. And, you know, with the years that I've been here, through the highs and the lows, this is one of the most difficult moments of my career. And you take some lessons that you've learned, and I am fully committed to getting this going in the right direction. And I think with Jason and some of the moves that we're going to make, we can hopefully salvage this season and get pointed in the right direction going forward. So I will take whatever questions and answers you have, and then I'm going to invite Jason to come up and have a word as well. And I understand you'll also speak to Terry after training today. So we'll open it up to the floor.
Bill, can you talk about the timing? Why now in terms of being let go, as opposed to why didn't it happen earlier? Or on the other side, why not give him more time? Why was now?
Yeah. You know, it's I have nothing but respect for Bob, and with that, tried everything we could as an organization to support him and to give every opportunity to succeed. And just at the end of the day, our results weren't where anyone wanted to be, and then I think including Bob. And it was just at this time that I felt we needed a new direction. And it's with a heavy heart because Bob's a good man and has had a lot of success in his career, but it wasn't working. And we should be better. And so made the decision to part with Bob and look forward on what we can do to have the right coach to bring this team forward to a better record.
Well, why do you think it didn't work?
So, yeah. I think it's hard to pinpoint one area, John. I think it's been, you know, death by 1,000 cuts in some ways. And there's moments of, as Bob would say, really good football, he liked to say, but it was never complete. And we've been a season and a half in, and we'd take a step forward and you'd take a step back, and we weren't getting anywhere. And, you know, when you're a couple of points away from the playoff line, you're one win away, but we find ourselves 7 points below the playoff line right now. And I think there's many different reasons. I don't think there's one reason. But I also think that we can sometimes, in the worst moments, people come together. And I think this group of players, I think this front office, I think this staff, in this moment, can come together and rally a bit. And we're going to take one game at a time going forward. That is the message I gave to the players this morning. And I am fully committed to doing whatever I can to get this team going in the right direction. And it's about the right people in the room, the right players on the field, and everyone coming together. And it's been a very difficult season and a couple of seasons here, John.
So like a year and a half ago, you were telling us about a 5-year plan that you pitched to the MLSE board. Yep. Where exactly is TFC supposed to be right now in terms of that 5-year plan?
You know, like I said, you know, Michael, it's a great question. No one expected to be where we are right now. You know, we expected to have a team that would be, you know, certainly within the playoffs, a team that was going to be competitive, You know, the 5-year plan was really towards the World Cup. So how can we build this team back up such that when the World Cup is played here in 2026, we have some players that hopefully are on the national team representing Canada, maybe some other countries, and our team is in a really good place competing for championships. You know, it hasn't gone according to plan. And, you know, the one thing that I've learned in this business is not everything goes according to plan, but you need to be adaptable, you need to be flexible, and you need to learn. And right now, I think we need a new course direction. And, you know, I'm excited for what can come, and I'm disappointed in how we got here. And, you know, I take responsibility for that. Again, you know, I know how the fans feel, and I hope they stick with us, and I hope they can rally around Terry and around Jason and around our guys, because it's a tough moment. But like I said, you know, the plan has not gone according to plan, and so I felt it was time to, I guess, you go to Plan B, and try to get this point in the right direction.
When recruiting players, TFC have always valued both on-field product, but also off-field product.
Yep.
Has the two Italians met your expectations both on the field and off the field?
Look, I think, you know, the results right now, because I look at team, and bringing in those two players to be leaders and to be, you know, as designated players, to be leading our team to victory. So the results are not there, and I think both of them would tell you that. They're disappointed, and but it does take a team, and it's not just those two guys. I think it's both on the field and off the field. We have not been in harmony, and we have not been in sync. And you know, during my career, I've been fortunate to have moments where it all comes together, and you get good results. And I just felt now was that time that we needed better results. And I challenged Lorenzo and Fede, as well as the other players, that we all need to look in the mirror, and we all need to be accountable, and we need to do better. And you know, at the end of the day, though, a team is not just a group of players. It's people that trust each other and that have each other's back. And I think we need to just kind of reset right now. And the expectations for those guys are always high. And I know they probably have higher expectations than I even have for them. But you know, I'm hoping that both of them will step to the plate, because now is when we're going to need some leadership on the field. And we do expect them to help lead this team to victory.
Bill, in this new team, new structure.
As TFC President Bill Manning explained to reporters why they sacked former head coach Bob Bradley. The new interim head coach is now the under-17 head coach Terry Dunfield. They also announced a new general manager and Jason Hernandez. Of course, they were talking about a 5-year plan trying to get their players to peak and start competing for silverware by the World Cup here in Toronto. Also, big signings of Lorenzo Insigne, the headline, just not being the team that they thought they would be this year. Only 3 wins so far in 20 matches.